Okay, the 2012 season, we're ready to send our fur over to Canada, and we got around 60 raccoons so far, and 22 mink, and about 50 some muskrat, and about 24
season. I started trapping about 45 years ago, and I learned a lot from Ron and Pete Leggett on the fox. And I learned over the years how to make new sets, how to drown animals. I do a lot of water trapping, and I just like it. The money's not everything in trapping. It's a sport, and I hope anybody out there enjoys it.
Alright guys, middle of the season, and as you can see, we did pretty good. You know, we don't do this as our living. We're carpenters by trade, and my dad and my brother are carpenters. My dad and I do a lot of trapping, and I try to show my boys trapping so they can learn early, and we keep it in a family tradition. And these are the things that we've been doing. My family has been hunting, trapping, fishing, living off the land, living off these Appalachian mountains for years. And a lot of things we pass down to each other. And it gives my dad a lot of joy to see his grandsons trapping. And this is what we need to do. We need to teach our youth. And that's what we're doing. And I'd like to show you guys a few things. It's been a busy season. Like I said, this is not our profession. So we're carpenters, we live off the land. I make these videos to show you guys a few things that I've learned and I can learn off other people. And a few things that we do when we trap, I would like to tell you guys. First, some of our best sets. Some of our best sets for raccoon are blind sets. Places where a stream narrows down, you can set a trap right where he walks through. Or a place where you can see where the raccoon are coming into the water off the land, and you can see their path, and you set that trap right on the water edge. That's a great place. Also, if you see the tree roots and you look underneath them where the water cut out, a lot of raccoon and mink and animals will run around at that edge where the roots lie along the bank. And if you set your trap along the water's edge, now I'm talking about setting your trap probably about 1.5 inches, no more. You don't want to go any deeper, you'll catch your toes. About 1.5 inches in the water deep from your pan. And you follow them edges, you make them blind sets. They're great for raccoon. That's probably where we catch the most, and it's the simplest. You don't have bait and things you're taking with. I mean, I like to do bait sets also, but we keep it simple. We keep our equipment simple. We utilize our time the best we can, so we're not out making our big elaborate sets. And another thing we do for mink is a great set that we do is we're driving, we're on our trap line, and we cross a lot of bridges and creeks, and that's where we stop, right there. It's easy to get to the water areas, and we set, a lot of times the bridges have corners so the water flows in easy, you know. Right at the little angled corners along the edges where it goes straight and angles towards the bank, right there in them corners, set your trap, and that's #1 mink spot. And also, for mink, we like to do an elbow set, and an elbow set's like a pocket set, like a hole in the ground, and it's about 5 inches, no more, in height of the animal, like a mink. And that hole goes straight back about 14 inches. And we'll set our trap in front of it, but the height is important. You don't want to have it any higher, you just want it a little higher, you know, so that mink can go right and look in it. That works great. We use fish and things like that for mink, and them are the kinds of raccoon and mink sets we do. Muskrat are fairly simple. You set in front of the hole, set on trail, and then these are the early season animals that we're trapping. We're going to trap bobcat and beaver here this winter. This is just the middle of the season. And we also have fox sets that we do, and the easiest, most effective fox set that we've done so far. And we usually do 2 sets per area. If we don't have a lot of time, I just put 1. At least so you know you're going to get 1 if you're stopping in an area. You don't have to remake as many sets. The easiest set we do, most effective, is a step down set. And the step down set is made by digging deeper. Don't set your trap flat, you know, level with the ground, cover it with the ground level for a fox. Because you give it a broad area to walk around and step and look in the hole. You want to step down, and what we do is we have the trap angled towards the hole down here. So you're angling your trap, and we'll take a stake. We'll pound that stake on a 45-degree angle down, and then your trap is going to be right in front of it. And then what we do is we keep it back a little, like a hand width from your hole edge, and then we'll pound that stake in, make our hole, and then we'll keep our trap on an angle. Well, the top edge of your trap here is the ground level, and then it goes down. So they have to step down to look in your hole, and that's what works the best. And hopefully this season I'll have some time, daylight here, can show you guys some of the sets we make for fox. We always use cloth gloves, or like a cotton, or rubber, but usually cloth. Anybody that doesn't usually has trouble with odor and foxes smelling their traps, because that's why we wax them. That's why we dip them. We keep the odor off and clean them good. Because fox are obviously